In July 1830, Joseph Smith received a pivotal revelation in Harmony, Pennsylvania, now recorded as Doctrine and Covenants Section 26. This divine guidance addressed the nascent church's need for structured governance, emphasizing shared leadership and spiritual discernment. The revelation instructed Joseph, Oliver Cowdery, and John Whitmer to take turns presiding and teaching, ensuring equality and collective responsibility. This foundational principle underscored the Church's rejection of autocratic rule in favor of divine collaboration. Doctrine and Covenants 26 directed Joseph Smith, Oliver Cowdery, and John Whitmer to act in unity, rotating leadership roles to prevent hierarchy. This instruction reinforced the Church's egalitarian ethos, where decisions were made by common consent, D&C 26-2. Historical records show this approach mitigated power struggles and fostered trust. The revelation also linked to contemporaneous sections like D&C 24-28, which further defined leaders' duties and the centrality of revelation in church operations. Section 26 introduced common consent as a cornerstone of Latter-day Saint governance, mandating that major decisions required congregational approval. This principle, rooted in D&C 26-2, ensured the church remained a participatory community rather than a top-down institution. Early church minutes reveal members raising hands to sustain leaders and policies, a practice still observed today. The revelation aligned with Paul's teaching in 1 Corinthians 14:33, emphasizing God's nature as one of order, not chaos. The revelation stressed harmony among leaders, warning against contention, a recurring theme in early church revelations. Joseph Smith and Oliver Cowdery exemplified this by jointly overseeing missionary work and translations. Section 26's instruction to act in all things as you are directed, D&C 26-1, reinforced reliance on divine guidance over personal ambition. This unity was critical as the church faced external persecution and internal growing pains in the 1830s. Section 26 implicitly addressed financial stewardship by urging leaders to manage resources according to their desires, D&C 26, verse 1. Early church records show meticulous accounting of donations, reflecting this principle. For example, funds were pooled to print the Book of Mormon and support missionaries. This practical application of unity extended to communal projects like building the Kirtland Temple, where members donated labor and materials. While emphasizing collective action, Section 26 also highlighted individual accountability. Leaders were to act according to their desires, implying moral agency and personal revelation. This balance between communal and personal responsibility became a hallmark of Latter-day Saint theology. Early leaders like John Whitmer documented their struggles to align personal motives with divine will, showcasing the revelation's lived complexity. Section 26's instruction to proceed by common consent implied patience, a theme echoed in D&C 64:33's metaphor of the little seeds. The early church's growth in Kirtland and Missouri validated this approach, as rapid expansion often led to disorganization. Revelations like Section 26 encouraged leaders to trust God's timing, whether in constructing temples or resolving doctrinal questions through gradual revelation. Prayer was central to Section 26's implementation. Leaders sought confirmation through prayer before presenting decisions to the congregation. This practice aligned with Christ's teaching to seek and ye shall find, Matthew 7, verse 7. Historical accounts describe Joseph Smith and others retreating to groves for prayer, mirroring the revelation's call to spiritual diligence. Such moments often preceded major revelations, including those canonized in the Doctrine and Covenants. Section 26's principles permeated daily church life. Families studied scriptures together, as the revelation urged, while neighbors collaborated on projects like building homes, practicing common consent on a micro scale. Emma Smith's hymn compilation, D&C 25, complemented this, fostering unity through music. These tangible applications reinforced the revelation's message that divine governance required both institutional structures and personal faithfulness. Doctrine and Covenants 26's influence endures. Its principles, common consent, shared leadership, and revelatory governance, still guide Latter-day Saint practices, from sustaining leaders to ward councils. The revelation's dual focus on unity and personal accountability remains foundational, as seen in the Church's global growth. Section 26 exemplifies how early revelations established a framework adaptable to changing times while preserving core doctrines.